This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast, where business leaders share their insights. It is 6 questions in 7 minutes because successful business leaders are busy and rarely have more time to spare. So let's get to it. Question number 1. In a few sentences, please tell me who you are and what you do.
My name is Lane Kawaoka. I am the owner of SimplePassiveCashflow.com. We own and operate 4,200 rental property units for our investors. We operate apartment syndications, and we also have a consulting and family office side where we run different masterminds and help our clients get to financial freedom via real estate.
Lane, it's great to have you on the show. Question number 2. What's something that makes you smile and or laugh about being in your industry?
Yeah, I think real estate, when you normally think about it, you think of big guys in big suits in the 1990s with black backdrops and, ties, brown suits and or blue suits and brown shoes. And I've tried to create more of an environment where, it's just real people talking to real people. I mean, real estate's not institutional. It's nothing that anybody can't do. Right. And kind of just real talk. Hey, here's what people are doing to build financial freedom that is outside of Wall Street, buying real assets such as rental real estate.
I like that too. And it sounds more like it's a people-oriented business as opposed to, having to deal with a big bank kind of scenario.
Yeah, I mean, we're relationships only here. We put together syndication deals, which, if you haven't heard of those, they're kind of like the country club, right? Wealthy individuals coming together in private placements. So it's all about who you know, and only people that get in are decent people.
Wonderful. Question number 3. I have a fictitious book with all the answers for business. What chapter would you think most companies should read?
I think it's, kind of listening to your employees. When I was kind of working in corporate America, I think that was something that they tried to do, but didn't really get emulated in middle management, the manager, director level. The people at the top, I mean, that's kind of the reason why they're there. They're kind of visionaries. They're kind of idealistic, but it doesn't get filtered down to kind of the ground roots level. So I always thought that your middle management was the folks that were lacking the most.
In my experience, it's been the same as well. So I totally agree with you. Great insight. Question number 4. Other than the generic work harder, have a great attitude, and care for customers, what advice would you give to other business leaders?
I think it's just about executing, right? I mean, depends who you are. Are you the implementer, or are you more the ideal creative person? Either way, I mean, you've got to implement these and execute these ideas. I mean, too often do I see people with a lot of ideas, a big notebook, but they don't execute the damn thing. And, it doesn't matter if you work 12, 15 hours a day or 4 hours a day, just incrementally make your business a little bit better, build more digital assets, build your team, like just implement and execute, I think is a big part of just kind of moving the ball forward.
Yeah, I would agree. And I found that a lot of people who are those visionaries, as you say, they have the notebook and they've got all these ideas and stuff. The ones that move forward are the ones that if they can't execute, they hire people who have that ability and they just let them do their work. Would you agree? Is that your experience as well?
Yeah, I mean, I call those people the shelf help people. They read a lot of books, they got a lot of ideas, but they never get anywhere. And I've been in my business long enough, and I stopped going to entry level networking things because I'm tired of interacting with people like that. That's why I spend $25,000, $30,000 a year on this mastermind, that mastermind, so I can get around people who actually are having success. Because I don't want to waste my time with just ideal people.
It's a good point. And because our time is so valuable. And so if you can surround yourself with the people who you can learn from, that's the ones that you're going to be successful with as well, I assume. Is that what you found with your masterminds?
Right. And more synergies, right? I mean, you can't make anything happen with people that are just starting out. They got to kind of put their own oxygen mask on. But when you kind of team up with people on a certain level, I mean, that's where real business development and synergies can start to happen.
Very well said. Question number 5. What other business leader like yourself would you like to acknowledge and invite to be on my podcast?
None that really come to mind at the moment. Yeah, we can get back to you offline on that one.
Perfect. And our final question number 6. Please tell me about your first job.
My first job was picking pineapple in Maui. I think it was like 7.25 an hour, which was a lot back then. It was a little bit like definitely 10-20% higher than minimum wage. But yeah, you just busted ass for like 8 hours a day. You got a break every couple hours. That was hard work. I don't know why my parents sent me to do that. And I was like, I remember every day you're thinking, oh, I made $50 today, right? I could buy a headset or, buy something cool. I did a Roth IRA account back then. That's what got started my investing. And yeah, never again. I'm going to trade my time for money. That's trading your time for money.
Yeah.
And then when I started my engineering job, it's like, yeah, making like $350 a day. And then, yeah, traded that money to buy assets such as real estate and never looked back, right? Never again trade time for money.
But it's interesting that you started the Roth IRA when you were picking the pineapples and stuff. So there was that finance expertise that you were building even back then. It sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really advocate for retirement plans for many reasons to my clients, but yeah, I mean, that's most people, they don't find that stuff until their 30s or 40s, right?
Absolutely. So Lane, thank you so much for being on the show. How can people find you?
Yeah, they can check out my website at simplepassivecashflow.com, learn all about investing in real estate. If you're more of a podcast person, check out my podcast, simplepassivecashflow.com. A lot of the first episodes are about buying turnkey rentals remotely because a lot of the places we live, such as California, Seattle, Hawaii, where I live, aren't good places to buy rentals. The rent to value ratios don't make sense. So we buy in places where we cash flow more for the income than the capital appreciation.
Good point. So this is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast. Thanks for listening.